All right, guys, so we got to talk about a pretty ironic story here involving a CNN correspondent slash reporter who got a rude wake-up call about the consequences of who you vote for, okay? When you're voting for these woke progressives, especially at the local level, what you get is chaos. You get crime, and you get a city or a town that's just simply not safe, okay? You get Cuckoo for Cocoa Puff World. And she went to the capital of Cuckoo for Cocoa Puff World, this country, San Francisco, and learned the hard way that being soft on crime comes with a consequence, as she apparently was the victim of numerous robberies and car break-ins while in San Francisco. And she went on this rant kind of on Twitter about it, okay, and showcasing her getting robbed. Now, again, the crazy part about this is not just that she was a CNN reporter, but she also had security, right? She had security, but ended up still getting robbed. Again, this is how bad it is in San Francisco. Even if you got security with you, you still might get robbed. You can't go to the city without worrying about being carjacked. Again, this is what Democrats and leftists want, okay? This is what they want. This is what they voted for, okay? And this CNN correspondent learned it the hard way. So let's actually read about this. She says, quote, "Got robbed. Again, Jason K. CNN and I were at City Hall in San Francisco to do an interview for CNN. We had security to watch our rental car plus a crew car. Thieves did this in under 4 seconds. Security stopped the jerks from stealing other bags. But seriously, this is ridiculous. Our hired security guard tried to grab the crooks. I'm glad he didn't get hurt, but he got this picture of the getaway car. To the jerks who stole our stuff, I hope someone on this site sees your plate and you get caught. Thank you to SFPD officers Gala and Mac for responding and your kindness." Oh, now you appreciate the police, right? Now you guys appreciate the police, liberals, right? When police are there to help you out, right? When they're there to help you out, when you get robbed, you appreciate the police. But when, see, you got, innocent folks who are the victims of this crime or these crimes, nah, it's not that big of a deal, right? You're racist if you say anything about it, okay? If you got anything to say, you're racist, you're bigot. And this is a video that she posted of the break-in here. Now I'm about to try and get an Southwest Air flight back to Los Angeles without ID or passport since they were both stolen. I'll let you know how that goes. By the way, Jason K. CNN are I in San Francisco doing a story about voter discontent because of the rampant street crime. Irony. Because so many people get their cars broken into and their bags stolen, Southwest Air was very used to my lack of ID problem and smoothly gave me my ticket after a brief security check off to TSA. Now, ain't that amazing how it works? Right? Ain't it amazing how San Francisco is so terrible? They're so terrible that the airport is like, yeah, this is normal, right? It's normal for people to have their IDs and passports stolen. We're just going to let you go through, right? We're going to let you go through. TSA officer Boone Gatling at Oakland is really helping me out today. Thank you to her. Also, if you fly out of Oakland, know the gas stations are being hit around the airport. Teams here in Oakland say passengers show up crying because their bags are stolen all in seconds. Wow. Yeah, so eventually she did get her bag recovered, okay, thanks to the citizens, right, in San Francisco. They found the car or whatever, and they recovered her luggage, at least some of it. Now, one guy at CNN, he didn't get his luggage back, so it seems as of the writing here on Twitter. But again, I think this guy right here, David Giglio, has the perfect response to this, okay, which is show us your ballot, right? I think this person lives in LA, right? Hey, who did you vote for? Right? Who did you vote for? Did you vote for a progressive? Right? Did you vote for a progressive, soft on crowd progressive? Or did you vote Republican? You probably didn't vote Republican. Okay? So again, I only can feel so bad for people who vote for this type of stuff. Now, again, I don't know if she voted for it or not, but just assuming, she works at CNN, she lives in LA, and, I'm just saying, there's a good chance that, again, she probably voted for some of this stuff, okay, that we're saying. But again, she's not the only person here that is dealing with crime in San Francisco. This has been a huge problem for this city.
San Francisco's Mission District, where people say they have a crisis on their hands. It has to do with crime. Locals and business owners have been meeting with the city for over a year to try and figure this out. They say it's everything from home invasions, car break-ins, open drug use, violent assaults even. Community leaders got together today to call for change.
And it's not just violence, for the clients and our neighbors, but it's violence against our elders, the ones who have established us here, the ones who have been walking these roads, who have paid for us to be here today. Those are the ones that we need to protect.
So one example of that, a 78-year-old woman, Yolanda Malera, says she was randomly attacked earlier this month near the 16th Street BART station. She was walking to work just a half block when someone robbed her and pushed her down. She got hurt. She injured her face and her hands. Tonight, our Jose Martinez went to the Mission to see how people there are feeling about all of this. He talked to a business owner who says it is a real concern, so much so that it's actually changing the way they operate.
Desperate for help. This is how Oscar Gonzalez feels these days. He is the manager of Pancho Villa, a taqueria located on 16th Street in the Mission District, just a few steps from the BART station. Oscar tells me that this can't go on like this. It's just getting worse. There has to be a positive change. And they have been waiting for that change for decades, he tells me, as he works extra hard this Wednesday afternoon, making as much money as possible before he has to close. These days, he chooses to close early. Oscar says the streets near his restaurant are extremely dangerous after 10 p.m. Oscar tells me that closing early helps them a lot. It is less dangerous for the employees here because some girls have to leave alone. He says that the decision was made after an employee was actually attacked last year while waiting for the bus. Even patrons like Guadalupe are terrified. Guadalupe tells me that the situation in the Mission is terrible. It's sad. I remember 21 years ago when I came to live here and the Mission was so pretty, but now everything is ugly, sad, and dirty.
Yeah, ugly, sad, and dirty, right? That's probably a good way to describe most of these liberal cities ran by these woke Democrats. And again, San Francisco here, they've seen a slight decrease in overall crime in the first 3 months of 2023 after ousting their super woke soft on crime district attorney, Chelsea Bowden. But in December, more than half of the city's residents surveyed by the San Francisco Chronicle said that they have been victims of theft or larceny with illegal entry into automobiles, accounting for a majority of the reports. So yeah, basically, if you live in this city, it's almost certain that you're going to get carjacked, robbed at some point, okay? Which is, again, it's a shame, okay? And what is San Francisco and the leaders of that city worried about while this is happening? Well, they're worried about reparations, right? They're trying to pay black people $5 million apiece for reparations, even though, again, California technically wasn't a slave state.
What about the reparations ruling in San Francisco? Is that too far? The $5 million?
I don't know much about. I'm not.
Well, San Francisco, they are going forward with this plan to give reparations $5 million. I've said it in the monologue, $5 million, which that's quite a lot.
To individuals?
Yes, to individuals. It's say what it would cost.
Even I didn't go this far.
$5 million total.
$5 million and a house for $1. They buy you a house. I mean, it seems like, when people ask why you're talking against the woke craziness, because it's crazy. Is it not crazy? They said it would cost and by the way, San Francisco doesn't have a history of slavery or anything like that, It would cost every citizen left $600,000 each. This is madness, is it not?
So this is a proposal that's unfunded? I mean, it sounds like more of a political statement if it's going to cost.
But even if it is, what is this?
This is really the point, Bill, is that we have a lot of people at various stages of public office who are putting out bills and policies that are more for the messaging and stoking the fires on social media than actually trying to get something passed. That's what we need to undo.
Yeah, I agree with Andrew Yang there, right? There is not going to be any $5 million reparations, right? They're just putting that out there as a woke virtue signal. Hey, we're considering it, guys, but it's not going to happen. They can't even afford it. Okay, they can't afford it. But again, this is what they're focused on rather than fighting crime, right? Crime seems to be a secondary thing to them. And just, woke initiatives and, LGBTQ and, again, reparate stuff like that. That is the focus. But again, these people won't vote Republican, right? They won't vote for a Republican. All they want to do is vote for Democrats. All they want is progressivism. And this is what you get. This is what you get. This is the end result. Again, I can only feel so bad for these people because you voted for this. You voted for all this stuff, right? And I don't know how many times it has to happen to them, okay, or for them to have to experience the consequences of their vote, for them to realize that, hey, maybe we need to move in another direction, right? The opposite direction, okay? I'm sure this CNN correspondent, hopefully she takes this incident and reconsiders, if she's not voting, properly in regards to being tough on crime. I hope she, starts to vote on more tough on crime, stances, right? Moving forward into the future, because, the best way to red pill some of these people is just to give them what they want, right? Let them experience the consequences of their vote, okay, and the things they think they believe. And, maybe that's the best way to, change their minds, right? Who knows? So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.